Welcome to Touring Globe. 15 mind-blowing facts about Iceland and essential things you won't believe exist. Iceland is one of the most fascinating countries in the world. It is a place where nature dominates, where myths and legends shape the culture, and where fire and ice exist side by side. Travelers often describe Iceland as a land that feels like another planet, with landscapes and traditions that can be found nowhere else on Earth. Whether you dream of chasing the northern lights, soaking in hot springs, or walking between continents, Iceland offers experiences that will stay with you for a lifetime. Here are 15 mind-blowing facts about Iceland, followed by essential things you won't believe exist in this extraordinary country. 1. The land of fire and ice. Iceland's nickname perfectly describes its natural identity. With more than 130 volcanoes and Europe's largest glaciers, it is the ultimate example of nature's extremes. On one hand, fiery eruptions shape the land, creating vast lava fields. On the other, mighty glaciers carve valleys and feed rivers that power the nation. This balance makes Iceland unlike anywhere else, a land where you can hike across ice in the morning and explore volcanic craters in the afternoon. 2. No mosquitoes at all. Few countries in the world can boast about having no mosquitoes, but Iceland is one of them. The combination of cold weather, unique soil conditions, and frequent climate shifts prevents mosquitoes from breeding. For travelers, this is a dream come true. Imagine camping beside a waterfall or walking through the highlands in summer without having to swat away buzzing insects. It adds to the comfort of exploring Iceland's untouched wilderness. 3. Northern Lights Wonderland. Between late August and mid-April, Iceland becomes one of the best viewing spots for the Aurora Borealis. These natural light shows are caused by solar particles colliding with Earth's atmosphere, creating glowing colors that dance across the sky. In Iceland, the lack of light pollution in remote areas makes the auroras even more magical. Tourists travel from around the globe to witness this spectacle, and many describe it as one of the most powerful experiences of their lives. 4. Walk between two continents. At Thingvellir National Park, you can literally stand between two continents. Iceland sits on the mid-Atlantic ridge, where the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates meet. Here, the plates are slowly drifting apart, creating cracks, valleys, and rifts. Visitors can walk along these rifts, and adventurous travelers can even snorkel or dive in the Silfra fissure, where the water is so clear that visibility stretches more than 100 meters. It is a once-in-a-lifetime experience to touch two continents at the same time. 5. The purest drinking water on Earth. In Iceland, you do not need to buy bottled water. The tap water comes directly from natural springs and glaciers, making it some of the cleanest and freshest water in the world. Many visitors are amazed by how different it tastes compared to the bottled water they drink at home. While hiking in the mountains, people often drink directly from streams and rivers. In Iceland, water is truly a gift of nature. 6. Powered by nature. Iceland is a leader in renewable energy. More than 85% of homes are heated with geothermal power, and the rest are powered by hydropower from glacial rivers. This makes the country one of the greenest on Earth. Walking through Reykjavik, you may notice steam rising from the ground, proof of the geothermal energy below. Icelanders have turned their natural environment into a sustainable system that provides both comfort and electricity. 7. No family names, sort of. In Iceland, family names work differently. Instead of passing down surnames, Icelanders use a system called patronymics. A child's last name is based on the father's or mother's first name, with the suffix son for sons and daughter for daughters. For example, if John has a daughter named Anna, her last name would be Johnsdóttir. If John has a son named Eric, his last name would be Johnson. This tradition has existed for centuries and keeps Iceland connected to its Viking roots. 8. Belief in elves and hidden people. Icelanders have a deep respect for folklore and myths. A significant number of people believe in elves, trolls, and hidden folk. Roads have even been diverted to avoid disturbing elf rocks, and in some places, construction projects are delayed until locals are convinced that spirits will not be angered. While it may sound unusual, it is part of Iceland's cultural identity. The belief in hidden people is not just about superstition, it reflects the nation's respect for nature and its mysteries. 9. No McDonald's since 2009. While many countries are filled with fast food chains, Iceland stands apart. McDonald's closed its restaurants in Iceland during the financial crisis of 2009 and has never returned. Interestingly, one of the last McDonald's burgers sold in Iceland is preserved in a museum, and it looks almost unchanged more than a decade later. Instead of global fast food, Iceland promotes its local cuisine, with dishes such as lamb soup, skyr, a type of yogurt, and fresh seafood. 10. World's oldest parliament. Iceland is home to the oldest surviving parliament in the world. The Alþingi was founded in 930 AD and was originally held outdoors at Þingvellir. Here, Viking leaders and settlers gathered to create laws and resolve disputes. Today, Iceland still has a strong democratic tradition, and visitors can explore Þingvellir to see where it all began. This makes Iceland not only a land of natural wonders but also one of rich political history. 11. Midnight sun in summer. In summer, the sun barely sets in Iceland. In some regions, daylight lasts 24 hours. This phenomenon is known as the midnight sun. For travelers, it is a surreal experience. You can hike at midnight, swim in a hot spring at 2 a.m., or enjoy golden light that seems to last forever. While it can confuse your sleep cycle, it gives you more time to explore Iceland's beautiful landscapes. 12. Viking language still alive. The Icelandic language has remained almost unchanged since Viking times. Modern Icelanders can still read sagas and texts written hundreds of years ago. This is rare in the modern world, where most languages evolve quickly. Speaking Icelandic is like holding onto the Viking heritage. Even today, the language connects people to their ancestors and their history. 13. Almost no trees. When Vikings first arrived, Iceland was covered in forests. However, the trees were cut down for fuel and building. Today, Iceland is one of the least forested countries in Europe. The wide open, treeless landscapes create dramatic views that feel otherworldly. Reforestation projects are ongoing, but many travelers agree that Iceland's wild, open spaces are part of its charm. 14. The Blue Lagoon. The Blue Lagoon is one of Iceland's most famous attractions. This geothermal spa is filled with mineral-rich water that is believed to have healing properties for the skin. Surrounded by black volcanic rocks, the milky blue water creates a surreal atmosphere. Tourists come here to relax, but also to take in the beauty of Iceland's natural energy. 15. Rivers from glaciers. Iceland's glaciers give birth to powerful rivers that create breathtaking waterfalls. Gullfoss, Dettifoss, and Skogafoss are among the most famous. Dettifoss, often called the most powerful waterfall in Europe, is so dramatic that it has been used as a filming location in movies. These rivers are not only beautiful, they also provide hydroelectric power that helps keep Iceland sustainable. Essential things you won't believe exist in Iceland. 1. The Penis Museum. The Icelandic Phallological Museum in Reykjavik is one of the most unusual museums in the world. It contains over 200 specimens of penises and parts of male anatomy from different species, including whales, seals, and polar bears. It is both strange and fascinating, attracting curious visitors from across the globe. 2. A volcano you can walk into. The Thrinukajigr volcano is the only place on Earth where visitors can descend into a magma chamber. The volcano has not erupted in 4,000 years, making it safe to explore. Tours allow travelers to enter the enormous chamber, which is as tall as a cathedral. It is an unforgettable way to witness the raw power of Earth's geology. 3. A plane wreck on a black sand beach. In 1973, a U.S. Navy plane crashed on Solheimsander Beach. The crew survived, but the wreckage was left behind. Today, the silver remains of the aircraft rest on the black sand, creating one of Iceland's most photographed sights. The haunting image of the plane against the stark landscape feels like something out of a movie. 4. Cooking with hot springs. For centuries, Icelanders have used geothermal heat not just for warmth, but for cooking. In some areas, locals still boil eggs in hot springs or bake bread underground using natural heat. Visitors can even taste this lava bread, which is dense, sweet, and cooked slowly beneath the soil. It is a tradition that combines culture and geology. 5. Rocks dedicated to elves. In Iceland, certain rocks are considered homes to elves or hidden people. These rocks are often left untouched, and construction companies sometimes change their plans to avoid disturbing them. Some towns even offer tours that explain the stories of these rocks. Whether you believe in elves or not, the respect Icelanders show toward these legends reflects their deep connection with the land. Final thoughts. Iceland is not just another destination. It is a country where nature is powerful, traditions are alive, and every landscape feels like a work of art. From glaciers to volcanoes, from midnight sun to northern lights, from elf legends to unusual museums, Iceland is full of surprises. If you ever visit, you will quickly realize that in Iceland, the extraordinary is normal. It is a place where reality feels more magical than fiction. Thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe.